Everyone, 6 o'clock here on your Thursday, the last Thursday in 2023, the last sunrise here in 2023. Not the last sunrise, the last sunrise.
There'll be one tomorrow.
And the day after that. Hopefully.
And then the day after that, John, and it so continues.
Day after tomorrow, he just called for the end of the world.
He did.
No,
wow.
It's too soon.
32 degrees right now outside. It is a quiet start. Got a little wind, though, coming in here out of the northwest at 12 miles per hour. 32 in Bemidji, 32 in the city. It's actually a little cooler to the south. No cold air in sight. If Thief River Falls area is at 32, you're not having a cold day. Your cold air's got to come in from the northwest. We have not activated the cold air. So despite having a northwest wind, we're pulling in air that is the same temperature as it is in the Twin Cities. So if it's 5 degrees up in Thief River Falls, it'd be a cold day. Today is not the case. Really looks like this is some wraparound precip if you're going into Wisconsin. From Eau Claire down to Madison, there is going to be some snow, probably 1 to 2 inches there. That would be something to note. I don't expect this to get into the cities, but by the weekend, we might actually have some accumulating snow to talk about now. We'll do the details in your forecast. Megan.
All right, take a look right now at 94 eastbound and Highway 55 in Minneapolis. A pretty view of the city this morning. Things are looking great out there. So drive times right now on 94 heading eastbound from Minneapolis to St. Paul. About an 8-minute commute, and then St. Paul to Minneapolis, about 7 minutes right now, and no crashes at the moment. Alicia.
Megan, thank you. As you head out the door, remember it is supposed to be one of the busiest days on the roads after Christmas and right before New Year's. AAA is suggesting to plan your trips today before lunchtime or after the evening rush hour at around 7 o'clock. The busiest times are between 2 and 8. There's a lot of people also wondering what's happening with all the plows and all the drivers who are not on the roads because of our very non-Minnesota-like winter we're experiencing.
Yeah, no doubt. We've checked, and just because the flakes aren't flying right now doesn't mean that public works departments aren't hustling right now. Cece Gaines is live at Rice Park in St. Paul to break down what's going on. Cece.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, thankfully things aren't as intense as they were this time last season, but we can confirm that crews are still working and out and about. So here's what we're told they're doing. Ramsey County leaders tell us that crews are busy fixing catch basins and filling potholes, jobs that can't be done in those sub-zero temperatures. And they say they're also taking the time to fix equipment that they couldn't get to last year. We're told there are some mixed opinions from drivers about the slow start to the season.
We don't have snow, we're a little bit jovial, we're a little bit relaxed, but on the same token, there's lost opportunities for overtime to earn a little extra cash to support your families.
Yeah, kind of the good and the bad there. But as he said, they're saving money on overtime. They're also saving money in a lot of other ways. I'll tell you how they are in about 30 minutes. Jason, Alicia.
Yeah, it's nice to look at the positives with this for sure. Cece, thank you.
So as we mentioned, Cece is at Rice Park, home of the St. Paul Winter Carnival. And unlike some of the winter festivals that had to cancel because of the mild weather, the carnival is expected to thrive because of it. It starts on January 25th, and there are more than 100 events over the course of 10 days, but none feature ice castles and mazes that are melting.
All of our other events are either indoors or they're things like parades, which people love to come to, even more so when it's warmer.
So if the temps do drop to more seasonal conditions, there will be a new 50 by 120 foot heated tent over in Rice Park so people can comfortably enjoy the outdoor events, the live music, and of course the fireworks.
Happening in just the last 7 hours, we learned the Wisconsin Board of Regents fired the chancellor at UW La Crosse for, quote, reputation damaging behavior. According to multiple reports, including the Wisconsin State Journal, Joe Gao was let go as chancellor last night for engaging in explicit sexual acts with his wife online. University President Jay Rothman released a statement saying Gao's actions were abhorrent. Because Gao is tenured, he'll be placed on paid administrative leave as he's transitioning to a faculty role.
There's a search this morning for a driver who almost hit a couple of children getting off a school bus in Pine County. You're going to want to take a look at this video. So as the kids cross the road, you see right here a red Ford Ranger truck weave around a stopped vehicle and just blow right through the bus's flashing red stop sign. Luckily, the last student darted across the road before that truck got too close, but it shouldn't have been that close in the first place. That is scary, scary video there. Here's an update on this wild video we showed you yesterday. More wild video here. Within the last 24 hours, a 30-year-old man was charged for the Christmas morning burglary at Towsley Motorsports. According to the complaint, Austin Erickson told investigators he met a friend at the store and they, quote, did dope before he used a trailer hitch to break the glass and get inside. Surveillance video shows a Polaris Ranger crashing into expensive merchandise and bursting through doors. Court documents allege Erickson caused more than $150,000 in damage.
As we approach 2024, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey is looking at what lies ahead for the city and what we can learn from what happened in 2023. On top of mind is community safety and spreading some of the workload.
Policing is an important, very important component of it. And so, we're trying to offload as much of the other kinds of work as possible to other skill sets. Sometimes that's a response from a police officer. Other time it's a response from a mental health responder or a social worker, and we're building out the full system of community safety.
Mayor Frey also talked about achievements in affordable housing and climate action in 2023. Looking ahead to the new year, Frey says he's hoping to use money from the budget to improve the city's parks and water systems.
Well, gone are the days where you have to sit in a classroom for driver's ed. Here's Danny Spiewak to explain.
There's a big change happening in driver's education across Minnesota thanks to a new state law that was passed in the last legislative session. Thanks to that law, drivers that are studying for their permit tests can now take fully online instruction courses without an instructor present. The state has already started to authorize certain driving schools like A+ Driving here in White Bear Lake to teach these classes online. Although there were some concerns when this proposal was floated a couple of years ago, driving schools are starting to embrace it and say that this does not replace the in-person driving tests that will be needed for the actual driving test when they turn 16.